Hello.
Back again.
Back again.
Back again in your ear.
Like a fucking hurricane.
Yes.
Welcome to Pop Nerdom. It's your boy Six.
It's your boy Hanz.
We are here to talk about something very specific. Usually we do this and other things, but this week
Yes.
is Game of Thrones.
Something happened.
It's the Game of Thrones end of all ends.
Something ended.
And just like John Wick, wait, was John Wick supposed to be the ending of it all? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Just like Avengers,
Yes.
which is continuing anyways. Just like
Game of Thrones is continuing, but
continuing some
Pre-continuing.
prequels, and sequels. I'm sure. J.R. Martin had mentioned before that he would do
no.
Adventures of Arya after he was done with the books, but spoils the fuck earth.
yes. Spoilers.
I don't want to hear nothing. We're gonna spoil the shit out of this. So, drive.
Boom, 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 boom. It was a great episode. I literally had little things. Most of the things I didn't like about it carried through from other stuff, so it wasn't even this episode's fault. You know what I mean? Like, I was happy with this episode. No complaints. Entertained.
Delicious.
Me liked. I was like, where was this the whole season? This is the steak I came for. This was the steak I came for.
Yes, this is the steak you've been asking for since I don't know, since we've been watching this, that you've been saying, "Where's my steak?"
Yep.
So, before we go into a hypnosis, and very specifically what we liked and we didn't, I will say, for me, this gets an 8.5 out of 10.
Yeah,
That's good. That's a good ending.
that's a great ending. I'll give it an 8.7.
Wow, look at you, look
bro.
at
Like,
you.
Left there like, all right, man, like,
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
yeah, like,
You
we're
represent it. You represent
It's
it.
like we fought, rumbled out, came to agreement, agree to disagree. I bet. Yeah.
All right. Should we start with likes or dislikes?
I mean, my likes are few. I mean, my dislikes are few, to be completely.
I have 2 dislikes. Very specific.
I have
Well, you have an order of how you want to do things. So why don't you go with your order, and then we'll rip off the meat of the bone like that.
All right.
So why don't you start wherever you're starting, and then we'll go with that.
Let's just go with the cons just to get this shit out the way because it's very few. The no live real-time reaction to Daenerys's death. You know what I mean? Like the leaving, the immediate, where is she? Imprison Jon Snow. It was just like fast forward, and I only knew it because I kind of remember Jon Snow not having that much hair. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Tyrion's beard, and him saying like, "I've been in there for a few weeks."
Yeah,
for you to realize that it's been a few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, otherwise, there's no way to tell.
There's no way. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of almost like the same time of day, also too. You know what I mean? So other than that's that right there. I was like, yeah. You know what I mean? Just a little too fast forward.
Something just came into my head that I did not notice the first time I saw this. That is, now that you mention it's almost the same inside and outside, and I'm making the comparison in my head. It's not winter when they have the meeting.
No.
So now, is it true then, like what we... Shit, sorry, my phone's going off. What we all thought, that it was going to change the seasons once you kill the Night King? So that's probably true. Because it was a few
I was under
weeks.
the impression that was ash. But then you can't ash for that long.
And you can't ash from the sky when the dragon's flying over the ash.
Yeah.
That's snow.
Mm-hmm. So, very good question.
Yeah, I mean, it seems that way.
Question.
It seems that way. I think when they come outside to have that meeting, it's obviously chilly. They all have protection, but there's no snow.
Exactly.
And there's no breath. You don't see anybody's breath. And Tyrion is in a shirt.
Yeah.
So it's not like...
Damn, dude, you did a good one there.
Yeah, it seems like the seasons rearrange
they
themselves.
Had all the seasons within like a week.
Like the seasons rearrange themselves to some normalcy, what we call normal, but what they call probably abnormal.
Do you think Drogon melted the atmosphere, the ozone layer, because he was so angry, and that's why there's climate change in Westeros?
I think you said climate change in Westeros, and I laughed because I thought you meant like how we have climate change. We're like, we're fucked. I think magic.
Of course,
Magic kept everything out of whack. I think the wall specifically kept long winters. I think, more importantly, about talking about Drogon flying. Do you think he took her? Because they're flying east, right? Where all the dragons are supposed to be. Beyond the other wall.
Yes.
Where things are supposed to be, all the magic is supposed to come from. Do you think that's where they went? To bring her back to life.
Bro, you saw what I texted you. I was like, bro, it hit me randomly. I was pooping. I was like, lo, bro, what if he brought her back to the Lord of the Light? How about if he knows the Lord of the Light?
Like, personally.
Personally.
Then my boy, the Lord of the Light, this is my mom.
How you think I got my light?
I don't know, but I mean, I don't think it's that open-ended. I think she's dead. She's dead, and that's done.
Which is just us being fans.
It's a couple of other things that are very open-ended that feel that way, and that's great too. So we're talking about cons though, right?
Yes. Now my other con was I'm very upset. The more that comes out that the writer said no to more seasons, no to more episodes, you know what I mean? And also no to just unlimited resources. HBO said, here is a check. You write it as thou liketh. And they said, nah, man, we could do this in a little bit, but still give us the check.
I mean, I that is one thing that I feel for the season as an entire season.
For the season.
I think they could have done.
That's what I said. That was the one thing that it carried over from other stuff. It really wasn't this episode.
They could have given us more meat in between, and I wouldn't mind it. Now, the two problems that I have are very specifically story problems. Problem number one, Jon Snow survives. You were telling me Grey Worm walks into that room, sees that Daenerys is not there, sees a puddle of blood on the floor,
and decides to be moral.
And we all know.
And decides to be moral.
Exactly. We all know that Jon Snow was like, I killed her, because that's Jon Snow. He's an idiot and a big mouth.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Just like that. I had to do it.
Put a little stupid face. I know he got a stupid face frame.
I'm right there. Right here, stupid face. And he doesn't get killed. Even Drogon didn't kill him, and that bothered me. It bothered me that he didn't die by Drogon's
the Valyrian
fire.
thing, I got it. I was like, don't you dare.
I saw or read. I'm old. I forget shit. I saw or read that.
You heard.
I heard from somewhere.
Whether you read.
that Drogon flames out in despair and happens to burn out the Iron Throne, which I kind of came by, but not the way they displayed it. It seemed to me, let me ask you what you think. It seemed to me, when you're riding the dragons, there's a very deep connection. It's almost like you warging into them, right? Almost, not exactly. There's like a half connection there between you and the dragon, right? When you're riding it, and when you're its rider specifically.
I was about to say, when you're its rider,
yeah,
its mother, and also from its original place. You
right.
know what I mean? Like, she has a lot going for her.
I feel like the dragons of Valeria reacted to the riders a certain way. Mm-hmm. I thought my feeling was he saw that thing. He doesn't understand what it is, but he understands if she can have it, nobody can. And he just burns it out of some sort of sentiment that she might have left behind in his brain of something, because I feel like they have worked into each other. That's what I kind of feel. I don't know that that's true, but I kind of feel like there's a magical connection between both of them, and that magical connection goes into their consciousness.
I think it's two things. One, it's a magical connection, and two, it's artsy fartsy. It's the Lord of the Ring, one ring to rule them all. The same way it was burnt, destroyed.
Yeah.
This throne, the throne to destroy them all, basically.
Right.
Burnt. You know what I mean? I freaking liked it, bro.
I loved it. I mean, I loved it. I loved it.
Awesome. I heard people complaining like,
oh my God,
how would
people-
Drogon? I was like, God, one, he's a dragon, so he don't even exist. So any
Right, so
animal
shut the fuck up.
logic that you apply to your dog and to animals of your reality do not apply to my man Drogon.
He's a dragon.
He's a dragon.
And when's the last time you saw a dragon? Shut the
real.
fuck up. Shut
Bro,
the
when's the
fuck
last
up.
time you saw a Komodo dragon? And they actually exist.
No, but that's a
But that's-
lizard.
no,
It's a big-
but that's what I'm saying. though.
right, like even that, like even
You know what I mean? Like, if somebody told me some weird shit about the Komodo dragon, I'll have to believe it. Matter of fact, if you told me some weird shit about a llama, I'll have to believe it.
You've never
I've
seen
never
a
seen a
llama.
llama. You feel me? If you tell me llamas skip, hop, and beatbox, I'm gonna have to believe you a little bit.
and beatbox,
Yeah.
they spit. They do spit.
And that's a beatbox,
So
depending how you hear. You feel me?
So I feel what you're saying, but I mean, haters gonna hate, bro.
Yeah,
like I feel like it is almost impossible. I mean, Avengers did it in a very graceful way. It's almost impossible to reach that Avengers level where you can close out a chapter and satisfy to the level that Avengers satisfied.
But they did it like how you were saying, the movie thing. Remember you were making the comparison to the movie and things like that.
Yeah. Between a movie and a TV show, like in a movie, you have less chances to really deep think into something. You know, it's a compressed amount of time, so you have to get it done.
To go.
Right.
Okay, I got it.
Let's go.
Exactly. As soon as you get it, you want it to go.
Yeah,
you
right.
want it to go.
So my other problem that I had, one, Jon Snow didn't die, which I really think he should have. I mean, I didn't mind where he ended up, but I also kind of minded that he didn't die. If Drogon would have killed Jon Snow in that instant, I think I would have felt a little bit more satisfaction because I can mourn him rather than how it ended. But this ending, it's not that this ending bothered me. I don't hate this. It's just a problem that I have with it. The other problem that I have, which is much bigger, much consequential to me, with a stronger feeling bother me, is that they have this whole election and they vote this guy.
Pseudo-election.
And Sansa says,
Which, we called here. Mm-hmm. We called it here.
Yeah.
Playback maybe 2 Game of Thrones episodes ago.
Yeah.
We called it. We called it. That's some funny shit. We literally
right.
said, fuck Greece.
right.
Westeros,
that's right.
We called it, bro. We fucking called it, dude.
It bothered me to no end that Sansa decides to break off, which is fine, and no one reacted to that. To no end, it bothered me that specifically, very specifically, that Yara, aka Asha, but Yara in the show, Yara Greyjoy, who lived through 2 rebellions from her islands to separate from the 7 kingdoms. 2. Didn't automatically jump on the boat and say, fuck y'all. If she going, I'm going. What the fuck was that? And Dorne. Like 2 places that
Where were they at?
through the whole thing. I mean,
Where were they at? Not one Dornish anything representation. They're not even part of this.
and that's what I mean. Like if they're
Why didn't Braun get Dorne, man?
And Dorne,
Should've not
by the
got-
way, Dorne is not part of the 7 kingdoms.
No, it's not. No.
And it stays. So like Dorne is like, yo, I vote you in. So that I guess Winterfell became kind of like Dorne. Well, I didn't think of it like that. So I suppose that makes some sense. But
I mean, they were. Why it didn't bother me is because previous to I forgot which Stark bending the knee to Aegon. They were. It was a whole different country. You know what I mean? It was always been a separate country.
yeah, it always was a separate country. But so have been all the other kingdoms. It's 7 kingdoms.
Yeah, 7 king. Yeah,
It's the
yeah.
United Kingdoms of Westeros.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So how come that she's like, well, we out, and they were like, all right.
They're probably like, yo, nothing grows in the north. They don't really send us any food.
But that's not true.
They're like, yo, we're gonna kill these motherfuckers and import. Yes.
Tariffs. Donald Trump in their tariffs all day. Tariffs.
No
Best tariffs.
No Ameritrade. This ain't Ameritrade, motherfucker. Oh, y'all want some firewood?
Oh, wow. Well, Miss Queen, let's see here. How do 2 million sound per wood? 2 million?
I mean, all the wood y'all have.
Rest of the kingdoms need it.
And all the wood I have up there, y'all pray to, so you let me know. Y'all trying to cut down God or pay this money?
I didn't like it because it felt to me, not that it happened. The lack of reaction bothered me immensely. Yeah, like sweep over it. Let's go.
That's why.
Right.
That's what they were doing.
Let's go. Goodbye.
Yeah,
Bye.
yeah. Shh. Yeah.
Cállate.
One last thing I didn't like. R plus L let down.
Well, no. I think there's something very important. I remember I texted you when the episode was when we were watching, right? And I said, Hansi, there's so much symbolism in this.
Oh,
episode.
yes.
The wings behind Daenerys.
Oh, it's beautiful. Yo, that probably is top 2 favorite shots of the
whole show.
The
entire
show.
series.
Yeah,
the entire series.
Bro.
Beautiful.
Gave me goosebumps.
But that Drogon burning the Iron Throne.
Well, we can get into that. I got a whole bunch of that symbolism stuff.
So, I mean, I think it was very important, even though they don't spell it out for you, that Jon Snow didn't care to be anybody but Jon Snow, which I've been saying from the get-go of this.
Yep. Yes,
and so it was very important that he was a Targaryen. It was very important that he was a Stark too.
Because it was very important that he didn't want none of that.
Yes. And even though they don't do a good job of showing you how he's actually happy in the north, because he killed the love, his Misa or whatever it was, who ended up being also the greatest terror. Misa was the greatest terror, you know. No flaming sword at the end though, so.
Wow.
Even though all of that happened, I feel that he really wanted to be Jon Snow. And what better place to be Jon Snow than between the two people that accepted you for being a bastard?
The North and the Northern North.
Yeah, the North and the Super North. So, you know, and really granted you everything they could from simply being like, you have the skills. I can see that you can do the job right. So you should be out here doing this shit. Those super northerners didn't give a fuck that he was anybody.
Anything
they didn't care.
Who that?
Yeah, like
Targaryen,
who your father?
Stark,
I don't care.
cool.
Yeah,
Snow,
right.
cool.
We don't care. And in the Night's Watch, when he became Lord Commander, it was really about his own merits. So like it is the places where he was.
That's where he became.
Where everybody shown you, this is the people that never looked at you any different and actually made you a leader. So that was important to him, and they didn't break that down for you. And that's one of the things about this episode that's too bad, is that they make you imagine a lot of the
stuff,
plot. A lot of the plot you have to fill it in on your own.
Almost this damn season though. This whole damn season, bro.
That's true.
That was because you can go. I want for a final season. I want definitive answers, bro. I just want just give me definitive. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and I mean, yes and yes, but
because it's the end. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I don't need any more shit. Let's go with this, and then make it. And I think I do kind of like that they're not spoon feeding you the answers. But I also think that it was too not spoon-fed, like way too not spoon-fed.
Way too general.
Yeah, so like and some of those things, like I said, didn't bother me. That was so open ended, but some other things I was a little bit bothered by.
I know. Let's get to these pros because
All of the pros.
enjoyed it.
Can I say before we move into the pros?
Yes, sir.
How excited and happy I am that this show is over.
Me too.
I'm so excited that it's over. I'm very grateful of how it ended. I like that it took twists and turns, which is the thing that made this show what it is. That you think you're following Ned Stark and then he's dead. That you think that, I don't know, that the greatest threat in the North is nothing, and then it turns out to be something major. Even though I understand that he got killed kind of unceremoniously, but
That's the show.
big threat. Yeah, that's the show.
Y'all worried about ice, but it was the fire. The same fire that saved you will burn you.
Yo, fire and blood, she kept saying. I will take it with fire and blood. So, what a great fucking turnout. I am so satisfied with this show. And even this season when everybody kept complaining, and even you, like I would get on your ass because I'd be like, dude, stop complaining. The show is good, man. And I understand, I really do understand why you specifically and people were disappointed at certain things. But on the other hand, I just feel like I get it. You need this information to get me there. And I really honestly think they did way better job of filling out of ending certain things that they did with season 7. Way better.
Oh, yes.
So I feel like they did a much better job of tying loose ends with a stronger purpose or whatever, more definitively in a more likable way. So, go on.
I love the Jamie page full.
The Wikipedia, the Jamie Wikipedia.
Yes, loved it. I didn't think it was too cheesy that it was Brienne. You know what I mean? And I just, because I like that scene when it happened the first time. You know what I mean? So, loved that. That shit was beautiful.
Yeah, man.
Now,
And ending it by saying he died with his queen. Was so poignant to that Jamie character. At least what's being written about him.
Exactly. And how he will be remembered.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because all you really have is what's written down.
Yes. Storytelling. That was the whole point of this episode.
Exactly. And that's why I love the homage to the book. And also not only the homage to the book, but a homage to how history remembers.
Yeah.
And how history only belongs to those who were victorious.
Yeah.
Because it's funny how Tyrion masterminded so many of the events that happened since Robert's rebellion, but he's not mentioned
At all.
So that's.
But he'll be mentioned for making people shit, making sewage.
You were lying, the masters.
Yep. Tyrion the shit master. My man Tyrion right here. Boom. And put it right up here. I'm gonna kick him off, right? Every time we do something like this, something bad happens. My man Tyrion up here. Oh shit. Breaking the whole shit.
How did you feel about Bran being king?
That is the wheel our queen wanted to break.
The way I honestly feel about it is, you have Google.
Rulers will not be born
It has all the information that you need about everybody.
on this spot.
When you want to make an example of the new kind of king that we're going to have moving forward, or government,
You have the same exact view.
you
Just in different
need
words.
you need the guy that's going to understand everybody, because he can always be like, no, you don't want that, you want this, but I can't give it to you because of these reasons. And having a guy like that will teach everybody coming forward to be more direct, more honest. Not that it would probably won't work, but it doesn't matter, because that's the example that you have to set.
Exactly.
And with Tyrion as the hand, basically technically being the king, you win on both sides. You win on the side of diplomacy, and you win on the side of facts. What better do you need? He has the best encyclopedia in the world ruling.
This is the best reset you can possibly have.
Yes.
Think about this, right? Not only is he not able to bear children, so he can't pass down his lineage. You feel what I'm saying? That means he has to.
He dies, he's done.
Exactly. And not even that. Who better to pick somebody to succeed him?
But not pick him because they all have to pick.
No. But to groom, though. You know what I mean? Because there's going to be some grooming. There's going to be candidates. Like,
It's going to be like the Night Watch.
I would trust Braun's 5 picks on top of anybody's 5 picks. You feel what I'm saying?
Absolutely true, yeah.
Another thing. The North broke off, right?
Yeah.
What better way to keep peace than to have
a northerner in the share. Absolutely.
And
which
then,
is why I thought Sansa was going to sit there. But, yeah.
No, she said she will never go back to the South, and I'm happy they kept that part of, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, did I tell you, was it you I was talking to, or Boris, when I was like, it was Boris. I was like, she was so traumatized by being in King's Landing. All kinds of shit happened to her, not only while being there, but coming back from there, and the whole trail that she had to take to get back, seeing her father being killed, being beaten, abused, emotionally, physically, and then making it back to be then physically raped and abused in other ways by some other asshole because she had to live there. That the South makes no sense. She probably had a tough time going there just to have this meeting.
She was like, fuck Northern men. Northern people don't do good in the South.
Damn right.
We're not, you know what I mean?
Damn right.
But yeah, Braun was the perfect. It was just
Absolutely.
great. It was literally, honestly, they got that so 175% right. That of Braun being the king. Like, to me, and I didn't even think of that shit.
Right.
To me, it just made so much sense. It's like trying to unlock a door, right? And your boy just comes and goes, and you're like, oh, yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just, oh my God. Yes, I was so happy with that shit. So happy with that, honestly. I didn't want nobody else. But him being there, I'm like, no. It could just, like I said, it's a perfect reset, bro.
Right.
It's a perfect he can live long enough that shit can calm down. It won't be fresh. Like, bro, like, I'm thinking about it like, yo, on so many levels, bro. Like, this was so good.
You're right. Like, he's going to live long enough to make sure that whomever it is that goes after him has to be close enough to him that everybody's used to that kind of power. That they have to be more like him than anything else.
Exactly, bro.
Yeah, man.
Who else better? Who else better, bro?
Right, man.
Now, we finally got a freaking prophecy, bro.
Which is?
The vision of her. We finally got one.
Right.
Finally got one.
Right.
Finally got one. That shit was a payoff. I'm a nerd like that. I like stuff like that. You know what I mean? Don't hint
that was
things.
Beautiful. But even as much as Jamie Azor Ahai, as I talked about, which ended up being wrong, was Jon Snow not Azor Ahai.
Yeah, I was hearing about that. I feel like that's too artistic. That's the
thing that before, when Jamie's dying and all these things, I'm like, man, I really bought into this Azor Ahai bullshit and it didn't work out. But if I think about it honestly, Jon Snow was Azor Ahai. He got the one sword that was the sword that was supposed to stop all of the things. It wasn't more special than other swords, but for him, it was something that he got that the prophecy wasn't exactly like it was prophesied word by word, but action-wise, it's exactly the same prophecy that got, and he did kill his beloved, even though they didn't seem like
the song of Jenny's song.
Yeah,
that was more of a that shit was fire.
Yeah.
That shit was fire.
That shit was fire. Yes.
Now, the dragon wing shot. Beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Beautiful. I
Gorgeous.
finally saw $10 million worth of CGI.
Not like the shot of the fucking dragon coming down like Castlevania 3.
Did you see that?
Didn't I put it in the fucking episode, dude? Because it was like, what the fuck?
But remember, I told you, I was like, yo, is that not for nothing? I was briefly enrolled in animation program. Briefly. You know what I'm saying? So
Like
I know.
one day.
Like a month. Just a class. I quickly found out me no draw good. But I understand certain things. And I was like, wow. Like, I understood what y'all was trying to do. Y'all did not execute.
Didn't do it right.
Y'all did not execute that.
That-
I don't know how to do it. Don't get me wrong. I can't get on that and do it. But yeah, that wasn't it, Chief.
No, it was achievement not unlocked.
Yeah, word up. Now, Sansa broke the wheel. Sansa has been putting in moves since Battle of the Bastards.
Yeah.
Sansa won Battle of the Bastards and won Jon Snow king place, like his throne basically.
Yeah.
I don't like Sansa, so this is not. I'm not a Sansa stan. I'm not a Sansa hater either. I was just thinking, and then I rewatched. This is how much I like. I rewatched the freaking last episode 3 times, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, bro.
I did it twice.
That's saying a lot. You know what I mean? I rewatched maybe one more episode this season twice. You know what I'm saying? Before everything else just one time. But yo, oh my god, bro. Sansa broke the wheel. She literally she took what she learned from Littlefinger, from Cersei, the 2 people that she's been closest to throughout this whole entire goddamn show, and merged it into herself.
Yeah.
And took the morals of her mother and said, yo, she broke the wheel.
Legit.
She legit pushed everything, beak, and just literally said, I'm gonna let it unfold.
Yeah. She put things into place like Littlefinger would.
Like
you're right.
Littlefinger would both.
And she shows strength like Cersei would. And
Now,
then,
did you see the Cersei homage?
Who's that?
Her crown.
Oh, her crown.
Yes, very Cersei-ish. Very.
I didn't
Yes,
realize that, but I
yes.
guess so. Yeah, yeah.
The way she was standing from the back shot, very She took the best qualities of Cersei and applied it.
And even some of the worst.
And even some of the worst, but,
yeah, but
you know.
really tone them down so they don't seem that bad.
Yeah, word.
I'm heartbroken that she didn't end up with Tyrion, even if he wasn't as the queen even if he wasn't as the queen of what's it called, of Westeros. I wanted her and Tyrion to end up together. Who's she gonna marry? Who cares? Robin, Sweet Robin. Yo, Sweet Robin got hot, dude. The motherfucker told like he was playing basketball and shit. He good looking and shit.
Yo, not for nothing. Who does she marry? She's queen of the North. Like,
So she got to marry a Northerner, I suppose.
if I was her, I'd marry somebody from Dorne and make Dorne part of the. I start my conquest, but that's just me. Sandwich.
Stop fucking up shit already.
I'm sorry.
It's like, I love you, little brother, but I do love you, little brother, but fuck y'all. No, she probably has to marry a Northerner. Although she could always marry Sweet Robin. So then she's always connected to Westeros in some way, if it's even by marriage, you know? But I don't think so. I think she wants to stay north. She wants to marry a Northerner, and she wants to stay there. If she marries. Who knows? Maybe she never will. She doesn't have to, obviously.
She should to keep the line going because it's a bunch of women, not.
Yeah, but
And
it wouldn't be...
Arya's not having any kids, that's for sure.
But
you know
it
what
wouldn't
I'm
be a Stark kid.
saying? And no, I believe she hyphening. She's starting that.
Oh, like a Cass Stark?
She's starting it. Yes.
Like a Cass Stark?
Yup.
Oh, God.
She's the guarantee.
What if it's like a Cass Stark? Too many starts.
Second power. That's how you solve that, people. Now, I loved the callbacks that they had.
Yes.
I don't know if you peeped some.
I peeped some.
Before we go into like this thing, the callbacks. I want to say just one little goofy note. God damn, Ned's children can't keep a secret.
Yo.
Holy
They
shit!
suck, dude.
Their father, bro, their father had the opportunity, had the biggest secret, and you know what he did? He confronted the person and said, "I know your secrets, and I am not afraid to tell it."
Well, then you did.
Exactly. So noble.
And go fuck up.
These kids do not know how to
So
keep their-
arrogant, dude. I mean, Ned Stark very arrogant and
Yeah,
arrogant.
but so is John too.
Yeah, all of the men from his family were arrogant.
Now, I loved the callback to Master Aemon's words.
Love is the death of duty.
Yes.
Loved it because I was always been a
Yes.
big fan of Master Aemon's cameo. I feel like every time he said something,
It was deep.
you had to listen. He was a
Yeah.
Targaryen. That nobody remembered that he was a Targaryen. You understand what I'm saying? Like, they think about it. Even Robert Baratheon was like, "Yo, there's only one more Targaryen left." Like, people forgotten, and I don't mean that in a power sense. I'm talking about in a knowledge and you know what I mean. So he's seen shit, and not only has he seen shit, before him taking the black, his father has told him stories of shit he's seen. You feel what I'm saying? And he was supposed to be in line for the.
He was the next one. Yeah.
Bro, this is I love the Master Aemon callback.
I really did. Love is the death of duty.
You just came up with that.
Was a really nice callback. Very pretty, very well done in the moment where it made the most sense.
Exactly. It wasn't just a callback for the sense of a callback. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it drove real hard.
Right. And just the same with Arya with her callback, like West
when she was talking to the actress.
Yeah, and then to go back to that and be like, yeah, well, you know,
I'm actually gonna do it. I wasn't just talking shit.
yeah.
I love how it started with the scene over the wall, ended with the scene over the wall.
Book ended
Beautiful.
with the same.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. God damn, that's the artsy fartsy shit I like.
But can I ask you, because it's not, I don't have a problem with this. I think the Night Watch be a great place to keep people that should probably go to jail, but they don't want to live in jail, and then you have kind of an army being built up on the north.
Okay. Whose people? Because now the southern does not have the wall. The wall belongs to the north. You understand what I'm saying?
Maybe, but
Like, that should, if anything, that should be a place of commerce.
an exchange place.
Yes.
Like East Watch by the Sea can be the place where people go to sell. and
Middle
buy.
ground. You know what I mean? Like, whatever's hard to get in the north, and whatever hard to get in the south, y'all just switch. That's
Yeah.
it. I mean, halfway
sure.
point. That's what. But yeah,
I'm sure.
I mean,
Yeah.
but I loved how it started in the wall, and then the wall no scene.
Do you notice that leaf
Yeah,
on
growing.
the ice
Yeah.
growing? So I am under the impression, being that the magic of the wall is being knocked down, that maybe during the summer,
It'll melt.
yeah, like it would be kind of like Alaska-ish, like, you know, like some parts of Alaska, there's still
Yeah, still-
Greenland and stuff.
I feel like there's gonna be more green, but I feel like that shit's there forever, though. That's
Yeah,
like I feel
the
like
ice
that,
is there forever.
That ice is that's.
Are they gonna fix that wall though?
They kind of did though. They made it like that. They put like a bricks into it because they don't have to really patch it anymore. You know what I mean?
It's a lot. I mean, you need giants to finish that.
Yes, this is true. And I think most of the giants are dead,
All of the giants are dead.
right? Yes, this is true.
So I don't think they can fix it. I think they can just be like, look, how tall can you go?
Yeah, exactly.
A quarter of the way to the wall? Yeah, all right, do it.
Yeah, whatever. Just make sure shit don't hit people. That's it.
I'm curious in the books how much stuff is going to be different.
Oh my god, bro! Not for nothing. I was listening to this podcast, and they had the most beautiful play. They're like, man, those books are done. He's like, why would you drop the books when you're making money off of the TV that's going to drive direction somewhere else? You let it calm down a little bit. You let the fan theorists come and buzz everywhere a year after the finale, 2 years after the finale, and then bam, you hit them with the books. Boom.
Both of them.
You know, both of them. Wow.
Here, pow, pow.
Boom, boom. 140 hours on Audible.
You're crazy. Let me check. Hold on. While you're here, let me check how long it actually is.
One is 48 hours. What would have pissed me off is when I would listen to it at night and fall asleep. Yo, it would get me.
You didn't know where you ended?
Where I was, bro.
I've been thinking about rereading them, but I'm afraid. I want to wait until he drops the next one at least, so I can start from scratch.
I'm gonna wait. I'll probably wait until like September, and then get into the first one again and things like that. I just want to get away from the TV show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And understand that was the TV show, and now this is the book.
Yeah. No, and I always understand that because I've seen a lot of book based things. And they're always different. I don't know.
Alita. Yeah, but
Lord of the Rings.
Also, the Tyrion joke.
I once brought a jackass and a honeycomb into a brothel.
We never get to finish. He
never gets.
Yo,
to
by the way, one of my top two moments of the entire show was all of them sitting on that table talking to each other. Top 2 moments of the entire episode.
That was good.
I loved it. Now, Bronn being the master of coin, does that make sense?
I don't like that at all, bro.
I think,
I do not like that. I do not like that. Not for nothing.
Not for nothing.
I do not like at all. I felt like that was just that wasn't good. Like if y'all like Bran, you ain't see this. You can't do nothing, Bran.
You are the king.
Yeah, like nah. You don't want to talk right now. No.
No,
You just want to warg some. Oh, you're gonna warg. Oh, okay, you're just gonna warg in the middle of the conversation. Okay. All right, Brian. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Everybody, hail King Stump. Just knock on him. So he's there.
Shit.
No, he's not.
Oh fuck.
And yo, my favorite moment. Davos correcting Bronn's English. Why?
Yes.
Davos was taught to learn by who?
By Stannis' daughter.
Yes.
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 That was beautiful.
That was beautiful. That shit made me warm. No lie. That shit made me warm, bro.
Warm inside. I'm so happy.
I'm so happy. Like a Twinkie.
There was also, I'm thinking of something. Arya climbing to the top of that fucking thing and Jon Snow realizing that she's a fucking ninja was beautiful to me. When Daenerys leaves, walks out, and Jon's looking at her and he's going like, oh shit, this bitch is gonna kill everybody.
That was amazing. You're right.
And then Arya is like, you still gonna trust him? Like, oh shit, when you coming?
Put a little bell on your ass. Hey, somebody put a little bell on her. You know who she at all times. That was good. Yo, that was like, good.
Oh shit. I also liked that Bronn. People were like giving shit. My friends were giving shit to the that.
Oh, now he got a personality?
No, that Bronn was like, why do you think I came all the way down here for? When she said, like, you know, Bronn should be the king. And I was like, this motherfucker, he always knew. Like, my friends were like, so he always knew and he didn't say nothing. It's like, he knew, but he wanted to be asked, bro. Some people have needs in life.
I think he knew of one possibility.
Right, but he didn't know. Right.
Talk about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why he says, I mostly live in the past. I feel like that was a very telling, very, very telling. You know
Right.
what I mean? I'm not Brandon Stark. Well, half not. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mostly live in the past, and it's because he just he knows possibilities, and you can't just be going around messing shit up.
No, right. Like you can just be like, if I tell you this, like he must know from experience of all the world. Like these things might most likely turn out this way. So I can't, even if I tell you, it most likely will turn out this way. So I shouldn't say shit. Tyrion's speech to get him elected.
The last council. That's what I put down. Tyrion's last council.
I felt like it was a little weak, in my opinion. I think he needed more meat. I think he needed more, I don't know, something. But I take it.
I will laugh at the fact that they were like, huh, everybody getting a vote and blah blah blah. Like everybody. They're basically the Electoral College.
Basically. Although they laughed at Sam when he was like, would you let everybody? They said, shut the fuck up, fat boy.
Shut your ass up. Meg, who let you in?
What movie is that? Shut up, fat man. Shut the fuck up, fat man. What movie is that from?
Not sure.
But that's what I felt like they told him. And I was like, man, that motherfucker's just wilding. Treat my boy with some respect.
I mean, but
But do you like his speech? Because I think he was lacking like a little bang, like a little like, this is why we should choose this man. I think if they would have let Bronn show how much he knows by being the three-eyed Raven, it would have been a little bit more, like if it would have been like.
I liked this speech more than I liked the John talk in the room.
Yeah.
I feel like they needed to show more, like that comes with the rushing thing. But I feel like I don't know. Like I feel like John needed to see maybe a little more of Daenerys
Being cuckoo.
Yeah, being cuckoo, because I felt like it was too much of a.
I think he made a choice in the moment. Like he didn't really think it through, because I think if he would have thought it through, he wouldn't have done it. So I think he was like, I got to take this leap. If I don't take it now, and if I live to regret this leap, a lot of people are going to die. So I need to just take a leap of faith now. Even though I'm not 100% sure, whatever I hear that gives me 1%, it's like, what is it in Batman v Superman? If there's a 1% possibility that there could be a problem. That's what Batman tells Alfred, remember, in Batman v Superman?
Yes.
Like that's, yeah. Yeah, so whatever that line is, I'll put it in. I'm going to edit all this out. I'll put the line in from Batman. I think that was more important for John to take that leap of faith in that moment, in that situation, in that particular time. It was more important for him to just put a stamp on it. If there was any doubt, then there was to be like, I got to think about this. Show me a little more. I just need to I need to do this now, even if you do have a dragon. And by the way, one of my favorite shots in the show was him killing her and Drogon coming up and him kind of being like, oh, shit. Mm-hmm. And kind of moving like, a
little bit to the side. I forgot you was outside.
So what happened was
Also, you heard that.
Yo.
I thought I was silent. Like, I put this bitch on silent. Like, what the fuck? I put it on vibrate. So you heard that?
Yo, his whole reaction, I loved it more than probably most of the things that happened in this episode, because he seemed, I don't know why, I guess because he seemed very real. Like he was like, I got a phone call I gotta take. So you gonna look at this real quick?
There's a plastic cup in this scene I have to remove.
Don't do nothing hasty.
Don't do nothing I wouldn't or can't do, like breathe fire.
At somebody.
Kill me.
Right. So that was incredible. That was that was beautiful. That was very well done. Another thing that I actually really, 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 really like, I don't know if you have it there because I haven't seen your list. Braun making kind of a joke, like his attempt at humor.
Oh yeah.
Like y'all know where the dragon's at. Don't worry, I got GPS.
Don't worry.
my friend Dave was
Like
like,
microchipped.
my friend Dave was like, let me go to my find my dragon app real quick.
Where's my dragon? Oh, it says somewhere north.
Also, I read another joke, and I know I'm going off on a weird tangent here about
That's
jokes, but it's another joke where they showed like Grey Worm. It's a picture of Grey Worm, and he's like, all right, let's leave this land and go to north. Let's leave these 6 kingdoms. And then the next picture is when Jon Snow is kneeling next to, in front of all of his siblings, his 2 sisters and his brother. And then Sansa's like, did they leave? And Arya's like, yeah, they left. It's like, I was just kidding, Jon. Like, don't worry about it. I'm not going to put it in jail.
And that's now that we're on this topic, bro, he too noble. Okay. So explain this. This is to me. This is how I think. I'm Jon Snow, right? Ooh, wow. Y'all tell me, okay, you have to go to the wall, right? Okay. So, King Braun, you mean the wall that you used to control, right? In the part of the country that is no longer yours?
Right.
Yeah. As soon as I cross that line, suck my dick. As soon as I cross that, suck it.
I feel
Generation X. Bye.
I feel that more honestly, I feel like it's like kind of like Guantanamo Bay, like it's in Cuba, which is not part of the United States, but it's kind of like a treaty. Like, look, we have this land so that we know that you ain't fucking with us, right? Right.
Yeah, right.
Like a show of power, right? But
Bro, by the time Grey Worm, a raven, a snail, a dolphin,
a fucking hawk, whatever.
a seagull gets to wherever this dude is at, bro, I would have done picked up and relocated my whole life. Like, you're not finding
like in
me.
wherever he lives at. Like,
Exactly.
Like I'm gonna live under your nose. You'll never find me.
Like, bro, you ain't banning me having no the first thing I'm doing is gonna have me some babies. The first thing I'm doing is gonna have me some babies. Like, what is you talking about? Like, I'm not even lying to you. That's no lie. But that was just my like sinister mind. I was just like, yo, John is he dead.
He way too honest.
That's
way
Ned's
too,
kid.
Yeah.
I don't care. That's Ned's kid.
Well, I mean, there goes also that other part of is it who your parents are? Is it
raised? We're nurture versus nature.
Exactly. Like nature, yeah, you can ride a dragon. Great. Nurtured, everything fucking else.
Bro.
Everything
else.
Fucking else.
Oh, you crazy as hell. I'm telling you, as soon as I cross that shit, like, let me off. There's some little thing right here at the borderline I want to go see. I told her I'd be back.
And I also got a little bit bothered that they didn't move. I guess the free folk really wanted to go back way north.
They're that. You ain't see them roaming and the kids running and they were happy. Like, yeah, they ain't no White Walkers no more. That's it. All they got to worry about is
each other.
That's it.
Yeah.
Which is still dangerous.
Yeah, very.
There's still a whole entire man-eating tribe
somewhere out there.
Yes,
looking for your ass.
And then big point. The Unsullied are about to dissipate and disintegrate. They can't breed.
Yeah.
Sitting in the morning sun, I'll be sitting when the evening comes.
What do you think? I mean, my first thought of that was, what do you think is going to happen with a warrior group with massive PTSD, massive PTSD that goes into a place where no one fights?
They're gonna garden, and hopefully somebody figures out how to grow a penis. Because I feel like that was a major plot hole. That little thing right there. Like, bro, they should have died, not for nothing, because they can't do anything.
Why there's so many of them?
Why? Where did they come from? I kept telling you this shit. Bro, when they were on the map, I want you to put that little scene of just the hand on the maps and when they take their chips back.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't find it for the last episode, but I've been looking for it because it's really crazy that they have so many fucking unsolved.
And you took up so many chips. So one of y'all's was lying. Which one of y'all's was it? Because this math not adding up.
Being honest, there's a couple of hundred of them, right? There's not thousands of them. There's a couple hundreds of them.
But you never know how they play with the you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like the numbers make sense. I feel like there were 8,000 of them, we said last week.
Mm-hmm.
And now there's a couple of hundred of them. I think that makes some sense.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. So, I mean,
But shit, that's still too many horny
unsolid.
PTSD'd dickless men.
They're not horny. They ain't got no balls. There's no horn.
Bro, why do you think Grey Worm tripped? He felt horny for the first time in his life, bro. He didn't feel love.
No,
they love
he
to
feels
kill.
lust. Yeah.
You know what I mean? They love to kill.
Yeah,
they know what that love is. That he felt horny. That's what he felt. Almighty H.
Shit.
Oh, dickless over there.
I'm curious. I'm more curious now more than ever. Does he have? I don't want to see it. I'm just curious. Somebody just.
I think it's a Ken doll.
You think so?
Yeah, it's just a smooth. Just,
I would think that. Well, I guess so. I mean, I don't know.
Smooth, bro. Just,
How they pee?
and pubes.
How they pee?
Shit.
What?
Shit. I don't even know. That's good. Damn. Where's the urethra?
I mean, it goes all the way back to the base of your body.
Yeah, but you need an orifice. And then you need a sphincter. Because, no, we're getting way too human. Way too real life.
Well, I guess they have half, like the base of the trunk.
Maybe they
No
don't pee,
balls?
bro. That's why they're the perfect soldiers. They don't pee. They don't fuck.
They have to pee or they die.
Westeros, baby.
Anyways,
Not here.
what else you got there?
No, that's it.
Okay, well, as a final thought, loved it. I loved everything about this episode. It was great.
It was great.
It was amazing.
It was what I wanted to see the whole entire season.
It was exactly what we needed to end a show that had been letting everybody down for so long, except me. I was not let down, and I think I felt gratitude for how good this show was. I never had a problem with it, and I never felt like anything. I just felt like it needed a few more episodes, like I keep saying constantly. It needed a little bit more meat, but it was delicious.
Like after
Are
seeing,
you gonna rewatch the show?
after seeing the finale, I was like, I understand why you were rushing it because this is cool, but you should have took your time because it would have made this so much cooler.
better. Yeah.
So much cool. Yo, it's hard to end the show, and it's hard to give a good end. That was not bad, that ending, bro.
It wasn't that it wasn't
episode-
bad. It's that it was good.
Yeah, I literally went in it with my Netflix goggles. I mean, you can only surprise me. You can't disappoint because I'm thinking this shit gonna be ass. And bruh, I was just like, thank you. If you if you would not have fast forward, oh my god, it would have just been perfect. Honestly, bro.
Yeah.
Because when I think about the fast forwarding things, it just knocks it down for me.
Couple notches,
you know,
a couple
but
notches.
wow, I understood what y'all was trying to get to, but if y'all would have took your time, whoo, Dan Marino.
Dan Marino.
Pass, baby. Dolphins, you know. That's the only thing we got. So.
I know Dan Marino very well. I know Dan Marino very well. Yeah, man. That's after he was a 49er, though, right?
It's okay, though.
Not saying
we claim
that.
him.
And
We claim it's sure. That's the only thing we got.
I'm a 49ers fan, so, you know, you kind of stepping on my world, talking about is yours. But it's okay. It's okay. it's like saying that Michael Jordan ended his career as a
wizard.
As a wizard.
He did end his career as a wizard, but he ain't a wizard.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that was the ghost of Michael Jordan. That was the artist formerly known as Michael Jordan playing as 45.
Yeah, Dan Marino. All I can say is he was a 49ers, and then he played a a dolphin in Ace Ventura. But other than that, I don't think I'd give him nothing more. I'd 49er for life.
Gang.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. We're both very excited that this show. Are you going to rewatch the show?
I will. I can't rewatch it in its entirety. I will rewatch I can rewatch season 2, 3, maybe 4. No, season 2, 3, and 4. Other than that, no. Dexter is a show I can rewatch all the time. This didn't have Dexter for me.
Okay,
because
I'm done. I can't.
Everything in Dexter, but the ending was really good. Like each bad guy had a good. Okay, who's the next guy? The Trinity Killer was amazing. Ice Truck Killer was amazing.
Okay.
Amazing, bro.
Not gonna argue it. Thank you for listening to Hansel talk about Dexter. Thank you for watching us, if you're watching. And we love you very much. Thank you for coming back.
Game of Thrones, out.
That's the end of the video. And bye. Don't forget to subscribe. That's it.